anything and everything can go wrong, and you have to be sort of mentally prepared for that. And it's okay for things to go wrong, because unless you try, you're not going to know. I've had a couple of failed businesses. We tried it for a while. I did my development company. Had another consulting company that didn't go well. I had a stint in venture capital that didn't necessarily work out that well. So we learn from our failures, and we just have to sort of, as long as we're learning something, we take some tidbits out of what we're doing and try to improve the process, and kind of maybe truncate that delta of failure somehow or another. And the next time we do it, that will be that's great. I mean, that's the best you could hope for. And I think my brother Tony would say the same thing. I mean, unless you take that chance, you don't know what the rewards will be. I've always been a huge fan of failure and kind of learning from failures, and really having failure as a teaching tool, rather than just a lesson learned. In fact, I love failure so much, I'm giving a TED Talk about it in a couple of months. So it's
awesome. Do you know when the TED Talk is going to go live?
October 13th is when I'm doing the TED Talk. Yeah.
October 13th. I'm gonna write that on my calendar.
That's very cool. That's going to be very exciting. Yeah. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Failure. I mean, it's such a topic, because people, I've done it myself. I find ways that I have the thought of something going wrong, talk me out of actually proceeding, but you have to take that hurdle. And you usually, when you get yourself to take that hurdle, you realize that even the failure that you were thinking of, you never actually have that bad of a failure, or it's always 10 times worse in your head than it actually happens. Even when it's at its worst, and a lot of times it's still in your mind, you still had it pictured worse, and so it's just getting over that hurdle, and that's incredible. So, well,
like for instance, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm afraid to fail. And, I try my best, and I get down on myself every time, I have the setback. What would you tell people like me who sometimes don't take that first step because they're just too afraid?
Yeah. I mean, just go ahead, and what I would tell you and anybody else is go ahead and embrace the failure that you might have, or might set you back. Just be mentally prepared for that. I mean, so as long as you know that you're going to have, just make sure you don't hurt yourself. I mean, if you have your health, there's a difference between failure or the fear of failure and real danger. Now, most of the time, most of us don't have to face real dangers. Thankfully, we're not going out there trying to dodge bullets. We're not going out, out there trying to, traverse a mountain that we might fall and actually, crack our neck. So these are real dangers. These are real dangers, and fear or caution with those dangers is warranted. But most of the dangers that most of us feel are really, almost mental dangers. They're not really, at the end of the day, they're not going to leave you maimed. They're not going to leave you, with some kind of physical malady. They might hurt your ego, but they're not going to leave you maimed. They might hurt your pocket also, but at the end of the day, if you have your health, you should be able to pick yourself back up and try again.
Great advice. Yeah, very good advice. It's really just a mindset.